the Salsa Crazy News Network. All salsa, all the time. Hello and welcome to the Salsa Crazy News Network Worldwide Edition. My name is Evan Margolin and this is this week's Salsa Crazy Worldwide Salsa News. What did we have last week? Well, last week aired the ESPN World Salsa Championships for the first time. I hope everyone out there watched it. If not, you're going to get a few more chances. Make sure not to miss it. ESPN2. This is a lot of fun. In this version, they actually only showed the On2 Salsa champions. It was really fantastic. There were 10 groups. I'm not going to go on and on about it except to say Junior and Emily gave a really heartfelt performance, and their performance was actually the most connecting of everything that actually happened on camera. It was absolutely fantastic. They showed all 10 performances. Don't miss it. Guess what? Last week, LA Salsa, that's right, LA Salsa Congress happened last week. We're going to bring you a review of that next week as well. But let me tell you, we're trying to make this shorter, so we're going to go really quick. But first, I want to tell you, my buddy just sent me an email, and I almost have to read you a little bit of this email because it's just that good. He's telling me like all the salsa congresses that he's going to in the next few months. I want to tell you a little bit about what it's like to be a crazy world salsa traveler. Here you go, world salsa traveling. Edmonton, June 20th through 22nd. Orlando, July 4th through 6th. Miami, August 1st through 3rd. Washington, D.C., August 15th through 17th. New York, remember I told you about New York last week, August 29th through 31st. Berlin, September 13th through 15th. And we haven't even gotten to Asia yet. That's right, that's what world salsa travelers do. So I just wanted to actually give you some insight into what some other crazy salsa dancers are doing. Go ahead, send me your news. Where are you going next? SalsaCrazy at SalsaCrazy.com. Give me an update. Let me know what's happening. Let's go right to the Salsa Crazy Sight of the Week. This week we're going to talk about some really interesting sites out there on the net that I've actually been following for quite some time. Both of them are blogs, and both of them kind of fly under the radar a little bit. Let me start with site number one, unlikelysalsero.com. That's Unlikely Salsero, and he is a little bit of an unlikely salsero, but so are we all. He's a fantastic guy who writes a phenomenally interesting blog at unlikelysalsero.com, and what's interesting about his blog is the extremely technical nature to which he's actually gone in and kind of extrapolated out a lot of what is going on in the salsa world in technical speak. For example, he really gets into salsa rhythm and salsa timing like no one else. He takes these small topics and he delves into them, and it's a lot of fun. And you learn a lot throughout his really, sometimes quite long blog posts. So go ahead, check that out. I also want to tell you about another cool blog that I ran across. This one I've been following also for quite some time. A little more technical in nature, not only salsa. It is called www.wanderingsalsero.com, because he is indeed a wandering salsero. And what's interesting about this blog is he always brings up a lot of the technical stuff. He also brings up a lot of the internet marketing stuff, so it's kind of fun for me. But I think he's actually teaching in Korea, teaching English in Korea at the current time. But go ahead, check it out, wanderingsalsero.com. He has very interesting posts about salsa, where he follows a lot of the salsa people and kind of his insights into the salsa world. But he also has some really cool technical posts where he talks about like what's going on with internet marketing, and he has audio posts to his blog and stuff like that. So these are two blogs that may fly under the radar that I wanted to give a little more exposure to, because they're just that. They're cool, they build the salsa community, they're fun, they're positive, and you can't beat that. Go visit it. We're going to come up next with the Salsa Crazy event pick of the week. Last week we talked about the Paris Mambo Festival, and that's still coming up this week, so we're not going to talk about that again. But if you're a Mambo head, that's the only place you're going to want to be, so you should know about that. This week we're going to talk about some crazy events that I ran across on the web. The first one is the Spain Salsa Festival, featuring none other than Ray de la Paz playing live music. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. You know, I went and I checked out this website, Spain Salsa Festival. It looks like a really great salsa festival, but what I noticed is all the hotels are already fully booked. I was going through the hotel list, it's like 20 hotels, and they were all fully booked, fully booked, fully booked. So if you haven't actually looked at it yet, now's a good time to look at it, especially if you're over in that part of the world or you're looking for a reason to travel to Spain. Who's not looking for a reason to travel to Spain? This is probably it. The Spain Salsa Festival. Go ahead, take a look. It looks like it's going to be pretty fun. But as I was doing my little weekly searches around the web, I also ran across, oh, this is just too good to pass up, the Croatia Salsa Festival. That is right, Croatia. And let me tell you, Croatia, when I was growing up, may have gotten a little bit of a bum rap because you don't really think of vacationing in Croatia. At least I don't, being raised in America. So here's what I learned. It is gorgeous over there. Go ahead, take a look at this extremely well done website. Take a look at some of the beautiful vistas, beautiful views. This has really become quite a vacation destination and quite a salsa hotspot. Croatian Salsa Festival looks like it's going to be off the hook. It really looks like a lot of fun. There's going to be workshops, there's going to be a lot of dancing. And if I could possibly make it over to Croatia, there is no doubt that I would be there. It looks like a really exciting kind of, a little bit out of the norm salsa trip. So I wanted to share it all with you, CroatiaSalsaFestival.com. We're going to wrap up next with our final comments. All right, thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of the Worldwide Salsa Crazy Salsa News. But let me tell you, I want to get your feedback before the next episode. Remember, the next episode, we're going to talk about what happened at the LA Salsa Congress. We're going to talk about the Paris Mambo Festival. I want to hear from you. How were they? Send in your email, send in your comments, send in your feedback. SalsaCrazy@SalsaCrazy.com. We look forward to seeing you online. Keep dancing and keep it crazy. The Salsa Crazy News Network. All salsa, all the time.